Have you ever wanted to speak English, but something stopped you? Not the grammar, not the vocabulary, but something inside you? Maybe it was fear. Fear of making a mistake, fear of being judged, fear of not sounding perfect. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone, and this episode is just for you. Welcome to episode 22 of TalkFlow English, the place where we don't just teach English, we help you feel confident using it. Today's topic is one of the most important lessons you'll ever learn on your English journey: confidence. More specifically, how to overcome the fear of speaking and start expressing yourself clearly, calmly, and freely in real conversations. Let me start by telling you something important. Nobody, and I mean nobody, was born confident, not in any language, not even in their native tongue. Confidence is something we build step by step, like a bridge. And if you're watching this video, you've already taken the first step, so give yourself credit. Seriously, you're doing better than you think. Now, let's talk about why speaking English can feel so scary. It's not because you don't know enough words. It's not because your grammar is bad. It's because your brain is protecting you. Yes, protecting you. You see, your brain doesn't like risk, and speaking another language, that feels risky. It's new. It's uncertain. It might lead to embarrassment, or so your brain thinks. But here's the truth. Making mistakes is part of the process. And confidence? Confidence doesn't come from perfection. It comes from action, from trying, from surviving those awkward moments and realizing you're still okay. You're still growing. You're still moving forward. In this episode, we're going to cover how to deal with fear and nervousness when speaking, what confidence actually looks and feels like, simple mindset shifts that change everything, real strategies to build your speaking confidence day by day, and inspiring stories from learners just like you who went from shy to unstoppable. You'll walk away with tools you can use today, right now, to speak more freely and with more joy. Let's begin with one of the biggest myths about speaking English: that you need to feel confident before you sound confident. Here's the truth. You don't. You can be shaking inside and still speak with confidence on the outside. You can feel unsure and still make progress. In fact, confidence often comes after you take the risk, not before. Have you ever done something scary and then afterward thought, wow, I actually did that? That's how confidence grows. Through experience, through action, through showing up. And here's the best part. You don't need to take big risks. You don't need to stand on stage or talk to 100 people. You just need to practice speaking English a little more often, and a little more bravely, one small moment at a time. That's how we build it. That's how we break the fear. In the next part of this episode, we'll talk about a few real fears that English learners face: fear of sounding silly, fear of being misunderstood, fear of speaking too slowly, and we'll show you how to reframe those fears into confidence-building moments. This is more than just a lesson. This is a mindset shift. So, take a deep breath. Smile. You've already taken the first step. And we're going to walk the rest of the way together. Because you were never meant to learn English in silence. You were meant to speak, to connect, to be heard. Now let's face the fears that hold us back from speaking English freely. Let's name them, understand them, and then break them down. Fear number 1: What if I make a mistake? Here's the truth. You will. Everyone does, even native speakers. But think about this. When someone speaks your language and makes a mistake, do you laugh at them? Do you criticize them? You probably smile. Maybe you even try to help because you see their effort and you respect it. It's the same for you. Most people aren't judging you. They're admiring your courage. Now, fear number 2. What if I sound silly? This one's personal, isn't it? We all worry about how we look or sound in front of others, but here's something powerful. Confidence isn't about never feeling silly. It's about moving forward even when you do. Think of kids learning to speak. They mix words, mess up sounds, and laugh through it. And they learn faster because of it. So let yourself sound funny sometimes. That's not failure. That's progress. Fear number 3. What if I speak too slowly? Let me stop you right there. Speaking slowly is not a weakness. It's a skill. Great communicators speak with intention. They pause. They breathe. They take their time. Fluent doesn't mean fast. Fluent means clear, connected, confident. So don't rush. Slow is smooth, and smooth becomes fast with practice. Here's what all these fears have in common. They live in your mind, not in your reality. Your fear says you'll embarrass yourself, but your experience says you've survived every conversation so far. Your fear says they won't understand you, but your effort says I'm doing my best, and that's enough. Your fear says don't try, but your heart says please, just try. So how do we begin breaking these fears? We do it one moment at a time, and it starts with your inner voice, that quiet little voice inside that says, I can't. Let's change it to, I can try. And trying is the key to unlocking confidence. In the next part of this episode, we're going to talk about how to shift your mindset from fear to courage, from silence to expression, from I hope I don't mess up to I'm proud that I showed up. We'll also share powerful confidence-building exercises that you can use every single day, and we'll hear the story of a learner who went from terrified to talk to leading full conversations without fear. You can do this. You're already doing this. So, let's talk about mindset. The way you think about English is just as important as the way you speak it. If your mind is full of doubt, I'm not good enough, my accent is bad, no one will understand me, then even the best vocabulary won't help you feel free. So here's the goal: to move from a mindset of fear to a mindset of growth. Let's break it down. There are 3 shifts you can make right now to grow your English confidence. Shift number 1, from perfection to progress. You don't need perfect grammar to connect. Progress is what matters. Even a small improvement, 1 new word, 1 clear sentence, is a win. Every time you speak, you're training your brain to become more fluent. Celebrate progress. Let go of perfect. Shift number 2, from judgment to curiosity. When you speak English, do you immediately judge yourself? Do you say things like, that sounded stupid, my accent is awful? Let's change that. Be curious instead. Ask, what worked in that sentence? What word could I try next time? Treat your mistakes like feedback, not failure. That's how confident learners grow. Shift number 3, from fear to fun. English doesn't have to be serious all the time. Try silly tongue twisters, sing your favorite song, imitate a movie character, record yourself reading a story. Make it playful, because when you're relaxed, your brain opens up and language flows. Here's a story that shows this in real life. A student named Amina from Egypt was terrified of speaking. She had studied for years, but never dared to speak to a native speaker. Her fear? They'll laugh at my accent. One day, she joined a casual online English meetup. She introduced herself, voice shaking, but someone replied warmly, "Nice to meet you, Amina." And that was it. No judgment, no laughter, just connection. That small moment changed everything. She kept showing up, a little braver each time. Now she leads practice groups for other learners, helping them build confidence too. Amina's story is your story too. It shows us this truth. Confidence doesn't come before you speak. It grows as you speak. Even if your voice trembles, even if you forget a word, even if you make a mistake. Speak anyway. That's how confidence is built. In the next and final part of this episode, we'll give you 5 simple exercises you can do daily to build your confidence in just minutes a day. We'll also wrap up everything we've learned, so you leave today not just inspired, but ready to take action. You're stronger than your fear. You're growing every time you try, and we're proud of you. Now let's give you something powerful. 5 simple exercises you can use every day to build your English confidence, starting now. Exercise 1. 1 sentence a day. Every day, speak just 1 sentence out loud in English. It could be, "Today is sunny and I feel good." "I'm going to the store now." "I watched a movie last night." It doesn't matter what the sentence is. What matters is you're using your voice. You're showing your brain, "I speak English." Small steps, big results. Exercise 2. Mirror talk. Stand in front of the mirror, look yourself in the eyes, and say something, anything, in English. Talk about your day. Describe what you're wearing. Ask yourself how you're feeling. Why the mirror? Because it helps you get used to hearing and seeing yourself speak. No pressure, no audience, just you, growing. Exercise 3. Record and replay. Use your phone to record yourself reading a short text out loud, then listen to the playback. Yes, it might feel strange at first, but this helps you hear your rhythm, tone, and progress. Over time, you'll notice improvement, and that builds confidence fast. Exercise 4. Celebrate mistakes. Every time you make a mistake while speaking, write it down. Then smile, literally. Smile. Because that mistake means you tried, and trying is how you learn. No shame, only progress. Mistakes are your best teachers. Exercise 5. End with English. Before you sleep, say 1 sentence in English. It could be a reflection, a thank you, or even, "I'm proud of myself for practicing today." End your day with confidence. Let English be part of your daily rhythm. Gently, naturally, consistently. Now let's wrap up everything we've covered in this episode. We learned that confidence is not something you wait for. It's something you build, that your mindset matters. Progress beats perfection. That fear is natural, but it doesn't have to control you, and that small daily actions can lead to big, life-changing growth. You've got this, seriously. If you've made it this far, you're not just studying English. You're living it. You're pushing past fear. You're choosing connection over perfection. And that's what real confidence looks like. If you found this episode helpful, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend who needs a boost of confidence too. Every week we share new lessons designed to help you speak English with ease. with real-life topics, natural conversation, and powerful encouragement. Your journey matters. Your voice matters. So far, we've talked about the fears, the blocks, and the mindset shifts you need to speak English confidently. But now, let's dig into something really powerful: action, practice, progress. Because confidence doesn't just come from thinking differently, it comes from doing. Even if your voice shakes, even if your grammar slips, even if you only speak a few words, every time you use English, you grow. Every conversation, every message, every single time you try. That's real progress. Let's look at 3 simple actions you can take, starting today, to build unshakable confidence in your English. 1. Talk to yourself. Yes, you heard that right. Speak out loud when you're alone. Describe what you're doing. I'm making coffee. I'm brushing my teeth. Or talk about your feelings. I'm tired, but I'm doing my best today. I'm excited for tomorrow's meeting. Why does this work? Because it helps your brain get used to forming English sentences without pressure. No one is judging. No one is listening. It's your safe space to practice freely. 2. Record yourself speaking. Pick a topic. Maybe it's what I did today, or my favorite movie, or even my dreams for the future. Record 30 seconds of yourself talking. Then, listen back. Don't judge. Just notice. You'll hear what sounds natural and what you want to improve. This is an amazing way to grow fast. And over time, you'll hear real change. You'll speak more smoothly. You'll sound more confident. And you'll be proud of how far you've come. 3. Join English-speaking spaces. Find a group online. Start a language exchange. Even join a voice chat app. Start small. Say hello. Ask someone how their day is going. Share something about your culture. Remember, you don't have to say much. You just have to show up. Because every time you speak, even just one sentence, you prove to yourself, I can do this. Now, I want you to imagine something. Picture yourself 6 months from now. You're walking into a cafe in a new country. The barista smiles and says, "Hey there, what can I get started for you today?" And you smile back. You speak clearly. You don't freeze. You answer with confidence, not because you're perfect, but because you practiced, because you showed up for yourself, because you believed. Even just a little bit. That's the kind of moment we're building toward, and it's 100% possible for you. So, let's take a breath here. You've made it to part 5 of this journey. You're doing the work. You're showing up. And that matters more than you know. In the next part, we'll explore what to do when you get stuck, how to bounce back from mistakes, and how to turn every awkward moment into a learning moment. Because remember, confidence isn't about never falling. It's about learning how to stand up again. Stay with me. Have you ever been in the middle of a conversation? Then suddenly, you forget a word, or you say something, and the other person looks confused. It feels embarrassing, right? You might feel like you failed, but here's the truth. Mistakes are part of the journey. And they don't mean you're bad at English. They mean you're learning, you're growing, you're doing the hard thing. And that's something to be proud of. So what should you do when you get stuck? Here are 3 quick tips that confident English speakers use, even when things go wrong. 1. Use a recovery phrase. If you forget a word, say, "Sorry, what's the word for, I'm not sure how to say this in English, but..." If you said something confusing, you can say, "Let me say that another way. Wait, I meant to say." These small phrases buy you time, they show confidence, and they keep the conversation going. Remember, even native speakers get stuck sometimes. 2. Smile. Breathe. Keep going. When you feel embarrassed, smile. Take a deep breath and just keep going. A smile shows you're relaxed. Even if you're nervous inside, most people don't care if your English is perfect. They care if you're kind, if you're trying, if you're showing up. 3. Reflect and learn, not blame. After a tough conversation, don't say, "I'm so bad at English." Instead say, "I did my best today. Next time I'll try using a different phrase. I learned something new." Confidence grows when you treat yourself with kindness, when you celebrate effort, not just perfection. Let me tell you something powerful. Every confident English speaker you admire, every fluent voice you hear online, started just like you. They made mistakes. They forgot words. They felt shy. They doubted themselves. But they didn't stop. And you won't either. In the next parts of this episode, we'll go even deeper. Real phrases to use in tough moments, how to speak up in group settings, and how to sound natural. Even when you're nervous, you're doing something amazing by being here. Confidence isn't built in one day. It's built day by day, with every step you take. Let's take everything we've learned so far and start applying it to real moments in everyday life. Because confidence doesn't live in your head. Confidence grows in action. When you use English in the real world, even if it's just one sentence, even if it's not perfect, you're building something powerful. So, let's talk about real situations where confidence matters and how to handle them. 1. Speaking in a group or meeting. Have you ever felt small in a group? Like everyone speaks too fast, or you're afraid to interrupt? Here's a simple way to join in. Start with a polite phrase. "Can I add something here?" "I just want to share a quick thought." This signals to others that you want to speak, and it gives you a moment to breathe before you continue. If you need time to think, you can also say, "Let me think for a second." It's okay to pause. Fluent speakers do this all the time. 2. Asking questions confidently. Confident people ask questions, not because they know everything, but because they're not afraid to learn. Try using these natural questions. "Could you explain that another way?" "What do you mean by that?" "Can you give me an example?" These questions don't make you look weak. They make you look smart, curious, and involved. And most people will appreciate that you're trying to understand. 3. Dealing with fast English. Sometimes native speakers talk so fast, and that can feel scary. But you don't have to just smile and nod. You can say, "Sorry, could you say that more slowly?" "I didn't catch that. Can you repeat it?" "One more time, please." These phrases are your tools. They give you power. And every time you use them, your confidence grows. Let me share another quick story. A student of mine, Raphael, was learning English for work. He was great in one-on-one conversations. But in meetings with his international team, he felt invisible. Everyone talked quickly. He was afraid to interrupt, so he stayed quiet. One day, we practiced some phrases together. The next meeting, he raised his hand and said, "Sorry, I'd like to add something here." Everyone stopped. They listened. He shared a short idea, and after the meeting, someone told him, "Hey, that was really helpful." That moment changed everything for Raphael. He realized His voice matters, and so does yours. As we get closer to the end of this episode, let's remember, you don't need to speak fast. You don't need to sound perfect. You just need to be brave enough to try. And when you do, the world opens up to you. You made it. Welcome to the final part of today's journey. And let me tell you, you should feel proud. Because building English confidence isn't just about words. It's about showing up. It's about taking small, bold steps, even when you feel unsure. And guess what? You did that just by listening, by learning, by trying. That's what confidence really is. It's not the absence of fear. It's the decision to speak anyway. Let's pause and remember what we've learned. Checkmark. In part 1, we talked about fear and how everyone feels it. In part 2, we broke down why your brain freezes and how to respond with calm. In part 3, we focused on mindset, shifting from I can't to I'm growing. In part 4, we tackled pronunciation and fluency with tools to sound more natural. In part 5, we explored mistakes and how they actually build confidence. In part 6, we learned to celebrate small wins and how to track progress. In part 7, we walked through real-life situations and how to speak up in any room. And now in part 8, let's look forward. Let's talk about your next steps. Because this episode isn't the end. It's the beginning of something deeper, a daily practice, a stronger voice, a version of you that shows up with courage every single day. So here's your mission, starting today. Use your English daily, even for 2 minutes. Talk to yourself, talk to your cat, talk to your mirror. The more you speak, the more your brain believes you can. Join real conversations, comment on a video, join an online group, say hi to someone. Confidence grows through connection. Forgive your mistakes. They are part of learning. They are proof that you're doing the work. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Every word you speak is a step forward. Every sentence is a win. Let me leave you with this. You are not bad at English. You are a brave learner. You are someone who keeps showing up no matter what, and that makes you unstoppable. So, when you're afraid to speak, speak anyway. When you forget a word, smile and find another. When your voice shakes, let it shake, but keep going. Because your voice matters, your story matters, and the world needs to hear it. In your voice, in your way. Thank you for being here. Truly. This has been episode 22 of TalkFlow English. Building English confidence, overcome fear and speak freely. If this helped you, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs a confidence boost, and subscribe for more real, encouraging English learning. We're building something special here, and you are part of it. I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, keep speaking, keep growing, keep believing in yourself.